What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTB Ravens Media, bringing you Ravens content every single day. If you want to see that daily Ravens content, make sure to subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell as well if you want to get notified every single time I put a brand new video. In this video today, not something I was expecting to doing, but we are talking about J.K. Dobbins. And if you are not on Ravens Twitter or you didn't check my YouTube community section, I posted a screenshot of two of the tweets that he had today. He ended up making another one, and I just wanted to talk about it because it's some weird things that he's messaging. Nothing like crazy by any means, but definitely things to look at and be like, oh, okay. And I'll also go over some of the things that you guys mentioned as well, because I did put it on the community section asking, what does he mean? And I'll talk about, your guys' thoughts and opinions and figure it out. But first off, the first tweet he put out, this was at 1:31. Oh, I guess it would be 4:31 p.m. He said, Baltimore, hashtag Ravens flock. I hope I'm here till the end of my career. I love you. It was like, okay, fine. No problem with that tweet right there. And then he immediately comments underneath it, I don't know, though, sadly. It's a little concerning. He's going into a contract here, but like, are we really doing that? that's very concerning to see that out of your running back. But that right there we go. That's what he says. Then he ends up tweeting out. This was at 4:33. I'm Baltimore 2 and through till I'm gone. It seems like he's unhappy. And that's not new. We knew that J.K. Dobbins was unhappy. He hated Greg Roman. I don't think that was a secret. The things that he said about Greg Roman, he was pissed because he wouldn't give him the ball. And he feels that he's very talented. He was the guy at Ohio State. And Ohio State produces NFL running backs. And he came in and he averaged 6 yards a carry his rookie year and still wasn't getting that many carries. Then he gets hurt, misses the season, comes back, makes the decision, hey, guys, I need to get my knee right. Goes back, has surgery, gets it fixed, comes back, looks amazing, and is still not being given the football. Even at the goal line, where he thrives. And he basically put out tweets similar to, not exactly, but similar to Hollywood Brown when he, tweeted what's the point of having soldiers if you're not going to use them? So when people start calling him Soldier Brown. J.K. Dobbins is feeling in a similar way, where he's like, dude, I'm here. I'm legit. Give me the football. And now we're getting into a contract year. And, obviously he's saying, I want to be here, but I don't know. That's a little bit scary from the Ravens' perspective of, hey, we may not be able to keep this guy. Yeah, he wants to be here, but he's clearly unhappy. He is going to want a good amount of money. I fully expect that. And I don't think the Ravens are going to be willing to pay that. And I'll say this right now to get ahead of it. Putting the mic closer. I don't know. Also, comment down below. Do you guys think I should hold the mic? I think it sounds a little bit better. It kind of moves in the screen. So I don't know if you guys would like that or dislike that at all. So let me know. I can hold the mic. Totally fine with it. I actually kind of really enjoy the mic. You know what? We're screwing it. We're holding the mic the rest of the video. We're going to see how it goes. Let me know your thoughts. Sorry for the delay, but I don't think the Ravens should re-sign J.K. Dobbins. Like, that's my personal opinion. I am not a fan of paying a running back unless I believe he is a top 5, top 3, transformative, offense-changing, league-breaking running back. What do I mean by that? It means there's 2 running backs in the NFL that I would pay. Derrick Henry and Christian McCaffrey. Those are the league-breaking running backs, in my opinion. There's other very good running backs, but those are my top 2. Like, I'm not paying a Joe Mixon. I'm not paying a Dalvin Cook. I'm not paying an Alvin Kamara. I'm not paying an Austin Eckler. I'm not even paying a Saquon Barkley. I'm not paying a Nick Chubb. I don't think they're league breaking. So to have a guy like J.K. Dobbins, who's talented, I'm not trying to disrespect that whatsoever. I think he's a top 15 running back in the NFL. You can get a productive running back. It is the easiest, most replaceable position in the NFL. That's why they don't get paid. Teams draft them, they run them into the ground, and then they dump them. And if you're really good, maybe you get that second contract. But like if you look at this last year, in the draft class, I mean, there were like 15 running backs that are NFL caliber starters in this recent NFL draft class. That's in 1 year. Next year, there's going to be more running backs, and you can get them as undrafted players. Who's the Ravens' number 2 running back right now? Gus Edwards. Where was he drafted? Oh, he wasn't drafted. You can get undrafted players because running back is a position. I don't want to say it's not easy, but it translates. And it's a position that there is a lot of them. And if you're going, like, most of them are number ones, right? It's not like wide receivers where you're a number 3 wide receiver at a team and then you get drafted. No, you are the number 1 running back on your team. You've shown you can hit the holes. You've shown you have breakaway speed. You've shown that you can make big plays and score touchdowns. You go to the NFL, what do they need you to do? Hit holes, break tackles. It's more difficult, but it's by far the quickest transition and the easiest transition in the NFL, outside of like kicker, maybe punter, but it's literally just the exact same thing from college. A little bit more complex schemes every now and then, depending on the system you go to, but you can draft someone. And I've said this before. I didn't want the Ravens to re-sign Gus Edwards. And I think he's looking at, again, I love J.K. Dobbins. I was very excited for the Ravens to draft him. He's my number 1 running back in the class over Jonathan Taylor, over Clyde Edwards-Helaire, over DeAndre Swift. We ended up going with him. I was super happy. And I think he's played really well, but I think he's maybe seeing there's a good possibility that he's not in Baltimore after this season. And I'm with it. Not with it in terms of like, yeah, we need to get him out of here, but in terms of if it happens, I'm not going to be that upset. It'll free up cap space. We can draft another running back. You can get good production out of those running backs that you draft pretty early. But getting back to kind of his tweets, I want to talk about your guys' opinions. So, Mr. Bondrud, I'm not saying that first name, said he probably wants to be paid like a top running back, but we just can't really do that. That's exactly what I've been talking about. Is J.K. Dobbins good enough to be paid like a top running back? I don't think so. And maybe he proves me wrong this year. I hope he does. I hope he has a 2,000-yard season, Pro Bowl, All Pro, all that. But like what he's shown so far is, yeah, he could be top 10. I got no problem with anybody that says he is top 10. I probably wouldn't put him top 10. I'd probably put him close to 13. I haven't done a top 10 list recently, but maybe he's higher. But top running back is top 5, right? The highest paid player at the running back position right now is Christian McCaffrey. He's making $16 million a year. Are you paying J.K. Dobbins 80% of Christian McCaffrey's salary, which would be about $13 million? No one's doing that. Not for someone who's a fringe top 10 running back. Again, maybe if he shows out and he dominates and stuff like that, yeah, sure. But paying a running back a lot of teams just refuse to do it. And some teams that do it, they end up regretting it very quickly because running back is a very short lifespan in the NFL. Next person that says something is Reed Brinkley. He said, it's the final year of the deal. People want him to be the former number 27. I don't think that people are necessarily hoping for him to be Ray Rice. I think people are just hoping for him to be used. I think the Ravens fans are on the side of J.K. Dobbins. I that's my personal opinion. I feel like Ravens fans understand, like, yo, this is our number 1 running back. Why aren't we giving him the football? That's my opinion. Because it's just like, so I think he stands with the side of the Ravens fans. It's not like everyone's against JK. I think he's against kind of maybe ownership and management that haven't been using him in coaching. And we'll see what ends up happening once we get, into the regular season and Todd Monken's offense really starts to take fold. But, there's a lot of potential of exactly the reason. But, maybe he feels like there's expectations on him that don't really make any sense, potentially. Next up, Brooks Long says, just a guess, but wide receivers want to go where they pass and running backs want to go where they run. Does he see his touches decreasing? That's an interesting one, because we always talk about Ravens not being able to get wide receivers, and we have to watch them every year try and fail. Why? Because receivers want to go and get the ball. We never talked about running backs loving the system. They love Greg Roman for the fact that, like, he'll give them the opportunities, he'll give them the touches. Now we get Todd Monk, and he's definitely going to pass the ball more, or a lot more than Greg Roman. But what does that mean for the running backs? Are they going to be excited? Are they going to be happy? I think he is gonna. I think the running backs are necessarily going to lose touches, but I don't think he will. But at the same time, I don't know how many touches he'll gain, because I think he'll gain a percentage of touches. I think that will drastically increase his percentage of touches, but total touches, I don't necessarily see a large increase in touches for him. But that's an interesting one, Brooks. I think that's a good theory. And then finally, Terrence Moore says he wants the ball, and if we sign Diop, he not staying. I think he's maybe sending a message of like, hey, we don't need more weapons. Like, we got Bateman. I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that one, but the idea of he wants the ball and the Ravens are bringing in more mouths to feed, that may hurt his, maybe not pride, but he's going to get frustrated. Man, I want the touchdowns. He's trying to make a career in the NFL. How do you get paid? You get touchdowns, you get yards, you get the ball. The Ravens are bringing in Zay Flowers. They're bringing in Odell Beckham Jr. They're bringing in a new offensive coordinator that's going to take snaps away from the running backs. He wants the ball. I don't know. I think these were really weird. They weren't out of character for him at all. He's expressed concern over Twitter plenty of times before, but let me know in the comment section down below your guys' thoughts. One, on the microphone, do you like when I hold it? I'll get better at keeping it at the right spot. But let me know in the comment section down below as well on J.K. Dobbins. What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on that situation? Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe for daily Ravens content, and I'll see all of you again tomorrow.